Hi, in this Affinity tutorial, we are going to learn how to make printable washi tape. So I've just kind of done an image search here with some examples of different digital washi tapes, and it's pretty simple. It's just basically a strip with some edges that look torn that have some sort of color or fill or pattern on them. All right, so let's kind of pay attention to this one in particular, as well as these ones that are kind of patterned. And let's head into Affinity Designer. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so that we can really see what's going on. So these are actually really simple. So all you need is the rectangle tool, and we'll draw out a piece of tape. And then I'm going to just take off the stroke so that there's only a fill on it. And then I'm going to, while it's selected, go up to this box here, convert to curves. You'll see this if you are on the shape tool still, or if you're on the move tool. It's maybe in a slightly different spot, but it's there in either of those toolbar buttons. So we'll convert it to curves. And what that did is it just switched it to nodes that we can manipulate. It also automatically put us on our node tool, and we can go ahead and just start clicking along this edge and adding some additional points. You'll see that these points are square, which means that when I move them, they're going to kind of make little angular sorts of edges. If they were round, they would be smoother. But really what we want is just to look kind of like a jagged, torn piece, so we want it kind of messy. We can go to the other side, do the same thing. And I'm just going to kind of move every other one. Maybe move this one in a little. Something like that, okay? So it's as easy as that. Once you have your first one, copy and paste it, bring it down, and you can go back to that node tool and let's just move them around a little bit, make it a little bit different. And then if it still looks a little too similar, just grab your move tool, select it, and we can flip it both vertically and horizontally, and then it really looks different from the one over here. All right, so now that you have your tape shape, we can just go ahead and fill it. So let's start with this one. So probably the easiest thing to do is if you have a pattern image already is to go over to this gradient tool, and context will be fill. Under type, we want bitmap, and then we are going to scroll until we find our pattern. Okay, and then I'm going to use these handles to just make that a little smaller, not quite that small. And actually, let's rotate it a little bit so it's right side up. Put it a little bit on an angle and something like that. I like that. All right, so the next thing you can do is you can just fill the color. So I'm going to select this other shape. We'll fill it, and let's maybe make it a nice light blue. So you can leave it like that, but you can also do some stuff with brushes. So again, I'm in Designer, so let's move over to Pixel Persona because we've got some better brushes for this in the Pixel Persona versus the vector brush. So Pixel Persona here, and I've already got the brushes window, but if you don't see that, go to Window and make sure brushes is checked. And we've got all sorts of built-in options here. You can also buy brushes and add, different kinds of things. Let's see what's here in the daub. Let's see. Let's see what this one does. So I'm going to pick a different color. So come over to the color. Let's pick something pretty light and just see what happens when we go over to the brush tool. There we go. That's a little too solid, so don't like that. Let's go over to textures, maybe a different pattern, so you could do something like that. So I'm going to undo all that. And remember the one that I showed you when we were looking on Google. Let's go up to the pencil tool. And so now that we are on the pencil, I want to make sure that I don't have too big of a line. So that's still, let's see, let's go up to mechanical pencil, see what that looks like. That looks good. All right, so now, oops, if I could draw in a straight line, let's try that, maybe going this way. If you have a little tablet, that can be helpful. And I am just freehanding this because I do want it to look, oops, maybe not quite that handmade, but I do want it to look handmade. So I'll probably just pause this and draw in all my lines. Okay, so here's all my lines. Now I do want to go back to designer mode for a second, and I want to just make a big rectangle, and let's make it like a bright color like red. And I'm going to put that underneath my washi tape. Okay, so if you have something like this where your lines are kind of going over the edges, obviously that's not something you want to export. You want this to all be masked by our tape shape. So the way to do that is to take your pixel layer, which has all your brush marks on it, and then find your tape layer, which in this case is this one here. And then I'm going to go kind of down below it, and you'll see the blue line, and then up until the whole thing turns blue, and that kind of nests it underneath, and now it is masked. And so you can see by this bright red background that we no longer see the white lines going over the edge anymore because they're all contained within this blue. All right, last step, if you want to export your digital PNGs for your washi tape, we are going to go up to the export persona here. I'm going to go to the arrow, that's slice selection tool, select over both of my pieces of tape, right click, create slice, and that has made two different PNG slices. Here's my little slice menu that has popped up. I don't need the background. That's going to be like my whole artboard with both pieces on it. I just want the individual PNGs. So I'm going to unselect that here. And I want these to be PNGs, so that's good. And we can check any other options here. We can export it also as a JPEG. If you're having problems with resolution, you can kind of scale it up to 2x with this, but I'm going to just export it as it is because these are meant for digital. It should be fine. So export slices. It'll ask us where we want to go. And so it's already seeing that in my downloads, I've already exported something called slice 1 and 2. So let's just rename this Aqua Washi, and we'll call this one the Floral Washi. And let's export again. And that should have done it. So let's go to downloads and find them, and there they are. So there's my one. There's my other one. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful, how to make digital washi tape. Pretty darn simple. Thanks for watching.